So, what is the jury effect? I don't know if you can see it, but just post and then figure out your niche later on. But here's what nobody literally tells you. The moment you try to change direction, your own audience turns against you. Not because they're mean, but because how the algorithm literally works. So, what is the jury effect? Every post you make gets tried in front of the journey you already built, and it's probably about minimum 150 to 300 people. And that's the smallest test group. If the video then pivots and the interactions proves the algorithm that this video are going to hit, it reaches out to 2,000. And if the video doesn't flop there, it goes up to 20k. And it just goes on and on and on. Eventually it will stop. Whether you have 1k followers or 100k followers, it doesn't even matter. The jury just gets bigger, it doesn't get smarter. The algorithm still has the same test on you. So what happens when you switch? When you decide that I've been posting for a while, I have fun with it, and yeah, I'm enjoying it, but right now I want to switch up. I want to get more niched about it. What happens then? What happens when you have built a brand just doing it for fun? Building a brand, just posting on, showing a day-to-day, just posting on random videos that reaches a too broad audience. What happens when you want to switch? You have built an audience posting one way, and now you want to monetize from it. You want to sell something. Build a brand, coach people, just maybe even brand deals. You just want to sell something with you posting and building a brand. And yeah, I'm not judging. It's the best way you can do in 2026, but you're doing it wrong. Look, imagine your content evolving smoothly every single day, and your audience are evolving with you. No friction at all. So what really happens? The same jury built for your old content sees the new content and doesn't react the same way. It doesn't matter that you're the same person. It doesn't matter that you're speaking like this or like this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you show your personality, because you have just changed up a whole different niche. You basically changed up your own personal brand. The hook doesn't land the same, the tone's different, the topic is also just different. It's just floating away. The post underperforms, not pushed to new people, which means new people can't find you through content anymore. Because like I said, your video aren't getting pushed out further within that test group. It doesn't even pass a small test group with those 150 to 300 views. New people can't find you. You aren't growing your brand. You aren't growing it to the new people. And some of them would be the right ones, but they can't see it because you have just fucked up your own brand. You're suddenly dependent on outreach alone, while old followers quietly live every single day because people aren't coming via your content anymore. You aren't getting inbound leads. You aren't getting people that write to you anymore. You're just getting quietly follows. A brand doesn't become, new just because you decide it. It's always still you, but the wrong group is watching. It dies regardless of how even good the content is. Even if it's high quality, it dies. Which is exactly why the size of your audience matters less than you think. And here's the part that actually surprised me. Someone with 1k followers and the right audience can out-earn someone with 100k and the wrong ones. You see, what I just recently explained for you is that even which brand in the world it is, if it's speaking to the wrong people, if you are creating content for the wrong ones, it won't convert. It won't pivot to new ones. And right now I'm moving on and telling you that a person with 1k can literally out-earn someone with 100k followers. A person with 100k is often more attached to their follower count, more afraid to lose any of it, which makes them avoid narrowing down or pivoting even when they need to. Their audience was often built on wide, generic content that never matched a specific brand. It never matched them. Here's one of those interactions. Probability. What's a realistic chance that 100k people all genuinely know and trust the person behind the account? What's the chance of that? That's 1%. Yeah, there is brands out there that have over 100k followers that knows the one behind the account very well, knows their whole story, but 99% doesn't. What's the chance that 1k people who follow a specific voice from the start actually know and trust them? That's much bigger. And I'm literally breaking down like a 5-year-old kid understands it. It is a so much higher percentage level, but you need to have built it from the right ground up. I grew from 200 to 1.2k followers with my own voice, with my right voice. I used my brand. I used what I do day to day. I didn't create stuff I wouldn't talk about. I didn't create stuff that aren't me. And there's a reason why I ain't growing up to 10k followers, 20k followers this fast. Of course, I will do it later on. It comes over time. But I ain't doing it that fast because creating too wide content will just drag you down later on. You'll get attached to the interactions and you can't monetize from your audience anymore because they're just people that doesn't know your story. People that can't trust you, even if they have the money, even if they want to invest in someone, they can't trust you. You're creating too wide content. They are coming from different formats that aren't you. And then when you are reaching out to them, they just leave or ignore you. You see, a small audience built on your real voice converts better than a big one built on broad reach because the trust is already specific. So if you're sitting on a small following right now, feeling behind, here's what to actually do with it. And to be real, you are not behind. So there are 4 practical steps. Decide a specific person you're talking to before you post consistently, not after. Literally what I have been explaining the whole video. Don't decide it later. Don't post random stuff and then later on, oh, I have the followers, now I can monetize, now I can decide what I want to do. No, it doesn't work that way. Secondly, if you must pivot, do it gradually. Blend the old and the new content for a stretch instead of a hard switch, so the jury adjusts instead of reacting. Protect a small, specific audience over chasing a big one. Growth without a direction is noise, not progress. So don't compare yourself to people that have been into the game later that has more followers than you, because you will eventually get there. There is no such way of getting there fast about creating content that you wouldn't talk about. About just, copywriting winning formats. Because later on, you can't convert your audience when you have created that wide content. So right now, you might be sitting on an audience that doesn't match where you want to go. That's not wasted. It's information. Once you know who's actually in the room, you can decide whether to grow them into the right jury or start building a new one on purpose instead of by accident. The algorithm was never the enemy. It's just showing you exactly what you built. You can't keep on blaming the algorithm. It just gives you the result of your public, of your audience that you built. If you later on decided to sell something, like I said in the beginning, literally change your whole niche, don't blame the algorithm, please. It just moves along with you. And yeah, it will lower your results because your test group won't interact with it the same way. So yeah, it was never about the algorithm, so don't blame it. And start to build with your own voice. I'm sitting here out in the rain. It's actually raining and it's airy as fuck. You can hear it in the background. Do this. If this is really you sitting outside and doing it, then this is a video of myself. I'm creating for the right ones right now. I know that people have this problem. That's why I'm speaking to them exactly right now. I know my audience. And soon enough, you do too.